kind of starting this off in the middle of a playthrough. I don't know, this was pretty successful, so I thought may as well fucking record it, because it survived way longer than I thought I would. But granted, I've used some pretty cheesy tactics to do so. As you can see, the fence and the car trick really works wonders. That's probably at least half of all my zombie kills. It's just been killing them through fences with spears. Yeah, there's broken spears all over the place as well, so that's the thing. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the plan for this, I don't know, this episode, I guess. I don't know how long this video is going to be or what not, or if it's ever going to be uploaded, but I'm recording it, and my mic seems to be working and everything, so maybe it's just a test video, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I kind of have big plans. What I kind of want to do, I'm starting in Rosewood, or Riverside, sorry, and, you know, I've secured this place, and I have all the amenities and gas and stuff. I don't have a generator at the gas station at the other side of town, but I do have a gas station to the northwest, I guess. Northwest. It's towards like the more farming rural areas of Riverside, and I got a gas station over there, relatively not secured, because every time I go back there, it's more than like 3 days. I have the zombies set to spawn every 3 days after I don't, walk in a chunk or whatever. They spawn in again. But since I have so many gas cans, I don't have to go there very often. Yeah, but I kind of have plans. I kind of want to move out towards that area, and I kind of want to not use this tactic of using the cars and the fences, because I feel like it was really fun at first, but it kind of turned into, it almost made it a little too easy. And granted, I have done a lot of zombie killing outside of this area. Actually, I think maybe I'll give you guys a little tour of what I've done. Give me a second here. Get ready to go. Looks like I'm hungry. I went on the search before I started recording this for the more bowls. Do I have any food on me? I didn't see how much that was for hunger replenishment, but I guess I'll put some of this shit away before I go back out so I don't get heavy and then bogged down. Yeah, it's my little sleeping area, and I found a little spiffo and a rubber duck, so I thought that was appropriate to decorate my little shack with. This was the gazebo, actually, funnily enough, and it was kind of a weird, I had to do a lot of weird kind of deconstructing of the gazebo to get every, to make the walls fit within the, you can see like the little pillars here, and here. I had to like destroy some and like add some. It was, I don't know, it was weird, but it was kind of a pain in the ass to turn this into a livable shack, but now it works just fine, and I'm actually really happy with it. I just need to get rid of some shit here. Okay, so let's get rid of the fishing line, and then the school bag can go on the ground. And the ranger's hat, I don't know, we'll put the ranger's hat on the ground too. The shotgun shells. Do we have shotgun shells in here? Or I have a couple shelves that have ammo and stuff on them. I'm just gonna put them on there. Seems like an appropriate place to put it. Let's see, which one is it? Yeah, and I don't normally carry around this many digital watches. I just whenever I find them, I pick them up, because if this character dies, which I'm not sure. I mean, it's inevitable, it will happen. But if this character dies, I'm not sure if I want to keep playing in the persistent world or start over. So I'm just collecting digital watches just in case, because it's a high possibility that I do die and I want to start over and just keep all my shit, so I don't have to start completely over, you know what I mean? But hunger's taken care of, and we seem pretty light on our feet. We could probably use more water, which is in the refrigerator. I move things around so often that I legitimately just don't know where things are half the time. Let's see. Oops. Now, I don't know if, I was thinking, because I know that if the more appliances that you have connected to your generator, the more gas it requires to operate. And I don't know, like, if I have one fridge in, like, an ice box here that I have a bunch of vegetables and stuff in, if I have that, you know, it does it require more energy the more food I put in here, the more food that it has to cool down? Does it require more energy and in turn more gas from the generator? Like, you know, I don't know if they've modeled it that in depth, but I mean, from what I've seen in the game, you know, from what I've played of it, you know, 180 something hours at this point, it seems like it wouldn't put it past me. But I don't know. I guess we already hit the bookstore, we hit the hardware store, but I think I'm gonna go back to the hardware store because there's a couple of tools that I missed. We have a lot of vehicles. When I get back, I can show you. Yeah, lots of... yeah, this is... I mean, it's gotten to the point, like I said, I'm about a month and a half, a little over a month and a half, almost 2 months, yeah. Almost 2 months in, and the off-roading is getting more and more difficult, and trees and shit are starting to pop up on the sidewalks, like little saplings. So, you know, those things get under your car, and then you drive over them, and they fuck you up, and like that horrible noise. But the roads, honestly, aren't much better because they're covered with zombie corpses. And I'm not sure how much they wreck your tires, but I know they do. So, oh man, it seems like every time I, you know, clear this place out a little bit, there's always a couple more. I guess it's the, you know, by virtue of living in the middle of town, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I want to get more into the rural areas, because you know, I just don't have to deal with such high zombie concentrations. And Riverside, honestly, from what I hear, is kind of like easy mode. Oh, you see how I just one-hit that guy? That's that's the one good thing about using the cheesy spear through the fence tactic, is that I've been able to kill hundreds of zombies with the spears and just go through spears left and right. So it's really trained my skill up. And when I have no negative moodles or anything, well, it's not really doing it now, because as soon as I tell you how good the spear is, like, you know, it doesn't really work that well. But it's, you know, a lot of times it's 1 or 2 hits. Let's see if I can replicate it. Yeah, you'll see spears, you know, just kind of laying around general areas that I've been. You'll see when there's bodies, there's probably a spear or 2 laying around, but they are truly the superior weapon in the game, in my opinion. Like, they're kind of like how knives used to be. Once you get to like level 1 or 2 in spears, it starts getting really, really effective. See if I can sneak up on this guy. Punk. Yeah, and the, I guess light-footed and stuff, light-footed and sneaking. I'm not even that good at light-footed and sneaking, but I was able to just sneak up on that guy. I think I'm wearing, I think I'm wearing military boots as well. Yeah, I'm wearing military boots. Ooh! I should really be paying attention. Hey! Let's see if I can get one of them. Maybe I can lure them. Hey, buddy. Honestly, the best strategy, especially with this new build 41, it's, you know, made the combat, you know, it's definitely a lot harder. You have to take your time. Also, that thing, you know, knocking him down and then hitting him once with the spear, I think is, you know, I don't know how much it really affects it, but I think that, you know, it's going to have a pretty good effect on, like, the durability of the spear. So instead of hitting him 6 times in the face with the spear and then, you know, doing, like, a tick of damage to your spear each time, it's always better to, like, knock him down. Or just one-hit him like that, back to back. I guess you could do that as well. Oops. Come to me. Hello. Oh, fuck. Lots of broken cars over here. I have keys to a couple of these, but they're real shit. Ooh, I think that was my light-footed, probably, I think. I think there's an optimal range of the spear as well. See, like how you have the animation for the stabbing, but if you're real up close, it does kind of like a swinging, almost like you're slapping them. Oh, cool. I'm gonna take the magazine out of that, but I'm not gonna take the handgun because I already have like 3 of these, and they're really heavy. Yeah, no, I don't really need it, I don't think. Where's my gun? Where's the gun? Where's the gun? You know, fuck it. Never mind, it's fine. More the merrier. I can find my spear again. This thing's almost broken. I haven't checked all the trunks to these cars, but a lot of it's just car parts. I think I might take this actually. I don't think I have a jack. I've passed by 100,000 of them, but I've never actually taken one. Car battery, I have a charger, and that's actually a good car battery, and I do have a car that needs a new battery. So I think we're going to take it. I've kind of been collecting vehicles, and when I make my way back, I can kind of show you. And the... ooh, I need a garbage bag. Come on, give me one. We're just throwing away lighters and cigarettes and shit. Yes! Finally, okay. I think we're actually going to go back home because now I have enough garbage bags for a second big rain collector barrel that I'm going to put on the roof. And I think I'm going to try to get a sink and plumb that area, but again, I don't know if I'm going to be switching from... I don't know if I'm going to be switching from this location because I feel like it's almost... I don't want to say too easy because it's still, you know... Project Zomboid, it's so easy to die. Like, you know, any zombie that... One zombie sneaks up on you, you know, that's all it takes. All it takes is 1 second of you fucking up. And, like, you know, your character that's been alive for 2 months is now dead. You know, so... I don't feel too bad about it. And in the grand scheme of things, you know, cars might be a pretty effective means of protecting your base in real life. I don't know, like, if you want to think about it in terms of real life, because this is, you know, it is a video game after all, but... For my role play, I need to be immersed in the game. You know, cars don't feel too cheesy to me. There's gonna be hardcore players right now that are gonna be screaming at me, very upset, saying that cars are the cheesiest thing you could probably do, and I don't blame them because I've gotten like 400 zombie kills just from, you know, shouting at the fence. But I mean, you know, there's people, you know, the strategy of getting a police car, turning the sirens on, and throwing a Molotov, and then you kill 800 zombies just right then and there, and you clear out an entire section of town. You know, it's like, you know, what's more effective? You know, so that's my 2 cents. I think I said, you know, probably 1,000 times right there. I'm gonna take these. I have this weird problem where I see, like, even, you know, this is like the shitty little icon for a diamond ring, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's nice. I'll take that. I'm gonna have like a duffel bag by the end of this playthrough. Just a duffel bag filled with diamond rings for no good reason. Show you my collection of cars here. The cars that I'm using for the gate, I think the one at the bottom, there's 3 entrances into this park, right? And there used to be a bunch of trees, but I cut them down because, you know, that's what people do. We're like little orcs from Lord of the Rings. But so the cars I have at the gates aren't very good, and over time, as zombies would like pile up, literally I'd have, you know, probably 200 zombies along this fence line at any given time, especially right here. You probably can't see them all, but they are definitely all there. It's just that the bodies don't really pile up, they just kind of clip through each other, so it's impossible to see the true numbers of bodies that are in that pile, but there is a lot, and there's a lot on this fence as well. Yeah, there's a shit ton of bodies. I'm not sure I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So the cars over time, as like zombies would pile up, you know, I would be getting in and out of this passenger seat of this car to pull any stragglers, because when I hope I could get like a zombie to show you. What will happen is so if a zombie has no way of pathing to you, if the game tries to path it, say there's a zombie right here, right, and the zombie, it can see me and it can hear me if I make noise, right, and then the zombie will then try to find a path. The AI will try to find a path to me, right. So we'll start from here, and it will try to find any way to get, any path into this compound, right? But since I have a car here, and there's like not even like a pixel of space between the car bumper to bumper on this gate, they aren't able to pass. So they won't even move towards you. So the problem is that, you could have a big group of zombies in this street, right? But they're too far away for you to reach and, swing at them and get them with your spear. So you'd have to get in the passenger seat of these cars, and then that would drag them over to the cars and start beating on it. And over time, the quality of the car is slowly degraded. I'm not sure, 100% sure on this one. We'll take a gander here and let's see. I guess it's not terrible. I thought it was gonna be worse. I have definitely some cars that are a lot worse. I might take some of the parts out of this car. Actually, let's see. Let's take a look here. Of course, I got my crops. I'm gonna actually harvest these cabbages before they go bad. Actually, no. I'm gonna build the rain collector barrel before it stops raining, so I can have some more water, because water is a resource, and especially after the pumps turn off, it's kind of unfortunate when you have no water and you're dying of thirst, which is kind of a bummer for anybody, I think. So I'm gonna build another barrel here, and we're gonna have lots of water, including the two down here. Really, I don't even water the crops. I've never once. There was one kind of like a week-long dry spell where I had just harvested the crops right after a rainfall, and or not harvested, rather I planted the crops right after a rainfall. How many cabbages do we have? Also, I should have checked the farming, but we're almost level 3 for farming. Cool. 20 cabbages, okay, and some cabbage seeds as well. We're just gonna freeze these guys because we need them at the moment. Or we might put. We got probably about 10 there, and then 20 there. We got 30 cabbages. I have never really made it to winter, so I'm not really sure what to expect in terms of plantability and crop growing in the winter time. So I'm not sure for how long I can grow my crops, but I think that I should be safe through September and October, right? I would imagine, and then when it starts getting real cold, I don't know if anybody knows, and literally if anybody's watching this that happens to know the answer, feel free to comment down below or send me a message, or however that YouTube shit works. I can't, haven't posted anything on YouTube in a very long time, so okay. We're gonna equip this back in our hands. We're gonna put the screwdriver in our. Oh, I think I just put it in there. That's not what I wanted to do. Screwdriver. We're currently reading the metalworking book, Metalworking for Beginners, and I want to start doing metalworking because I want to be able to repair the interior and exterior of the vehicles, because I think that'd be really fun. And what I want to do, my plans. Again, it depends. It all depends on how long this character is going to last. But I think I'm in a very good spot right now. I have tons of food, tons of gas at the moment. I have that gas station that's to the northwest of Riverside, and I have access to all that stuff. And especially if I move all this stuff over there, it shouldn't be a problem. And I have a van with a lot of storage space. But the only thing I really worry about is the the big stuff, like the coolers, the refrigerator and the ice box, mainly, and then the bed and stuff. And then every time I place a bed down and have to disconnect it or whatever, how much does that fill up? 7%. How much does this fill up? 100%. Cool. Every time I pick up one of these. This is the second bed that I've had to go through because I had to move it because when I first built the stairs, funnily enough, pro tip for anybody that's planning on building in the Riverside Park area, pro tip, if you build stairs to the top of this gazebo and you try to walk on the top tiles that they have up there, you'll fall straight through. And so when I tried to walk on it from the stairway that I built, I fell straight through, and I landed kind of in between my crate and the chair I once had right there that I was sleeping in. and I couldn't get out, so I had to like disconnect everything and deconstruct everything rather, and get out. So it was kind of a bummer. So that's a pro tip if you want to build on this gazebo. You have to build. I know you can't see it, but there is a floor tile underneath these 3 or 4 roof tiles. So the roof tiles take priority for the texture, I guess, but there is a floor tile underneath this tile as well. So you need to build a floor tile, because if you won't, you'll fall straight through, which I thought was kind of funny. And I'm glad I didn't like break an ankle or something in this game, because that takes weeks to take care of. And, that's kind of a bummer when you're not really set up. But I think honestly, I think I could stay. Right now I don't think I would have to leave this spot for anything. I think at the moment I have enough stuff to survive winter. I could survive off vegetables and worms really if I wanted to. But I have a ton of food. Maybe not a ton. I mean, maybe it looks like more than it is, but I can make things like stews and stuff, and stew is like a godsend. Although I am going down in weight. But regardless, fresh vegetables are a thing. The one problem I have with living in the city is that I don't have easy access to not foraging. Well, foraging, yeah, I guess as well, but trapping and fishing. Fishing and trapping are the 2 things that I really want to do, because I had a successful game last game where I took over a gas station that was on the outside of Rosewood. And took over that gas station, and then you're right next to a forest, so you can do all the trapping and foraging you want. But you can't really do that here in the city, which unfortunately is kind of a hindrance, because I have a lot of vegetables but I don't have a lot of meat, so I think that's really affecting how much weight I'm gonna gain. And I need to keep my weight between 75 and 85. Right now I could probably go down a couple pounds, get down to 80, and probably be fine, because I have like I said, a ton of food. But, one thing I would like is a microwave. I would like a microwave so I can heat this food up so I don't have to eat it, so it doesn't make me sad. But everything makes me sad these days. Why does this have more? Wolf stew. Oh, maybe this is like older stew. Different batch of stew, maybe. I'll take this. I guess we're just gonna eat it all because we're pretty hungry. I think maybe we might end this episode here. I know, just gave you a basic tour, look around. I just kind of rambled into the microphone, so yeah, maybe end that here, and then maybe next time we can go take a vehicle out and scout out a couple of locations that I think might work pretty well for a base location. I'm thinking about a storage unit place on the outside of town, kind of in a different, smaller town, kind of like a rest stop area. Or a farmstead that's pretty close that I've had success at in the past, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.